Okay, so the look back promo has been out for a couple of days now. We still do have a couple days left. As you can see, we've just got under 6 days left, and it has been a very nice promo. You got players from past seasons. We've got players from season 3, season 4, and season 5, which I think is very good. You know, it adds to the nostalgia with this promo. We haven't had a promo looking back at other seasons, which is just really nice to see, and look back at some of the past promos that we've had in previous seasons. Because if you remember playing back in those seasons, you can go in, remember those promos, remember the cards that we've got in those promos, and I actually think that this promo has brought back a couple more players that have been playing in season 3, season 4, and season 5. They've lost interest in the game, who are now decided to come back after seeing this promo, which I think is very nice and very fun to see. And the promo itself, we have had this format before, which I'm okay with just because of the fact that they have added these new features with the new promo masters, having them to do a season 3 and season 4 and season 5 cards, which is just so much fun to do. And yes, we have seen this promo before. We've seen the format with the Mad Scientist promo this season. We've seen it last season with Manatee Madness. So it's not like we haven't seen this promo format at all, but it's very nice to see that they've added the new concept with bringing players from past seasons into the game. Now, lots of people at the beginning had major concerns with trying to get one of the masters, and I tried to assure as many people as I can that you can actually get the masters no money spent if you play through as many events as you can every single day. You use the sets, all of that stuff, because in the milestones you are going to get some extra players that are going to give you boosts, such as the 86 overall players. They're going to give you extra boosts, because at the moment I'm sitting on playing events getting a plus 54% boost when it comes to getting them, which is very nice to see. And then of course more events unlock throughout the whole promo. So a lot of people had some concerns about that, but because I and a lot of people who have already seen like similar formats with Manatee Madness, with Mad Scientist, know what's going to come with this promo, we could assure those people that we are going to get a no money spent Grandmaster if you do manage to grind through. Maybe get lucky a bit here and there getting those 86 early on, but it is going to be doable no money spent, and that's very good to see. You've got your Grandmaster no money spent, you got a very good concept. Yes, you got a grindable format, which is actually pretty fun to play through some of the events. I have to say, going through some of the top events and going through and seeing some of the courts that we had in those earlier seasons, it makes me wonder whether EA might actually do some things new this season with some extra courts here and there, because the courts going back to them in those past seasons are so much fun to look at, and the artwork on the courts, remember when we had that on the courts, it was just so much fun to go through and play through some of the events in the promo. Now, I asked you guys as well on my community tab, instead of just me going through what I think with the promo, I asked you guys as well what you think. And if you want to feature in some of these videos, I'll probably do a lot more promo review videos, and I'll probably ask you guys as well what you guys think about certain promos. So if you want to try and be in some of the future videos, make sure you go subscribe to the channel. I think about 80% of you who are watching these videos aren't subscribed, so if you could subscribe, that'd be amazing. And go check out the community tab every now and again, because I do like to post stuff on there asking you guys on what your thoughts are about the game and different promos and all that stuff. But what we have here is we have some suggestions about the promo and what you guys think of the promo. So Dion Jones says the look back promo will blend perfectly with my multi-year lineup from season 5 with Mitch, Richmond, Tom, Chambers, etc. I'll be keeping all of those cards out for this promo from 70 overalls to the 92 overalls, and I agree with that. I thought about this. Imagine if you had the Grandmasters from this promo, so you had all 4 90 overall masters and your 92 overall masters as your starting sort of 5, and then you also had underneath that on your bench the exact same players but from the previous season. So I'm talking like, say you had a 92 overall Magic Johnson from this promo, and then underneath that on the bench at point guard you could maybe put in that Magic Johnson that we had in the Mint Collection promo. That would just be absolutely nuts if you could do that. If you could have that for the starting 5, that'd just be absolutely ridiculous. I don't know whether anyone has kept hold of these specific cards, like the Stephen Curry from the Harvest promo, the Claw, which I've kept, I know I've kept that one, the Karl Malone from the Golden Weekend, the Magic Johnson from the Mint Collection, the Wilt Chamberlain from Simulation Series, the Giannis from Colossus promo. I've kept a couple of those cards, but if someone had all 5 of those cards who could then put them on their team, that'd just be absolutely nuts to have that as sort of like 2 layers. So you're looking back at this promo, where you're looking back at all the players that we had in this promo, and then also you're looking back at the actual cards themselves from season 4, 5 and 3. Because I was looking at Ben Simmons and his stats are very nice, and it reminded me of when you got that card in season 4 with the Arena Masters. His stats were just absolutely nuts, so I like to see the fact that they're doing that as well, and I think that'd be great if you could have that with your multi-year lineup. So Dark Skies here says, great program, getting my favorite Curry makes it even better. I do agree, like getting Steph Curry as a Grandmaster, I know a lot of you guys are big Stephen Curry fans as well as me, but yeah, it's so much fun to have him in this promo, and again, getting these masters is very good, and he says it is also a great promo as well. We've got another couple of comments saying that it is the best promo ever so far. I don't think it's the best promo ever, I don't think you can really say ever, but I do think it's the best promo that we've had this season, maybe in the last season as well, I don't know, but it's definitely up there. It's very hard to like compare different promos. You can rank them like in different tiers, but it's very hard hard to say, oh, this one was better than this one. The bot fam says it's fire, but it's going to take a long time to get the 92 overall masters. Hope I can get it before the promo ends. Again, I went through that. I do think you can get a no money spent master, but again, it's actually pretty decent that the promo does take a long time to get through, and you will get some rewards along the way. So the first reward you're going to get is that 90 overall Stephen Curry. That's going to be very nice to be able to get. You play with him for a couple of days, and then you'll get yourself another 90 overall master. So you get Ray Allen, then you grind through and you play with them for a little bit, and then you get another one, and then finally get your fourth one. And then once you got your fourth one, you've got yourself a 92 overall master, and that is just so much fun. It's good to see you're getting rewards throughout the whole promo, as well as all the events unlocking. Again, there's a secret event on the right hand side. We don't know what that's exactly going to be, but it's going to be very fun to see what it is, because we got stuff throughout the whole promo, which I think is very good, because it's all well and good having some promos that just last a long time and you just keep getting the same things. You play through the same events each day, and it is just nothing changes throughout the whole promo, whereas I like to see you're progressing through the promo. That's why I like milestones with sort of promos. I remember in season 4 when we had some milestones promo where you could just simply grind out a simple event and play through as many times as you wanted for as long as you wanted, and then just simply go through your milestones, and it was worth it in the end. I'd like to see EA do some more of that stuff where we have some repeatable events. Yes, we have this 20 blitz events over here, but we don't actually have some repeatable events where you can just play through as many as you want. So we have another comment here that says, I like the format of it, but I haven't been able to start because I couldn't get logged in. At the beginning of the promo, there were some Facebook login issues. I will have a video up on the channel hopefully in the next couple of days talking about how you can fix that and how you can prevent that happening in the future, so stay tuned for that one. Easy says it's all the same drills every event for years now. I agree with that. We have had very similar events. Like even if you play through some blitz events, yes, they added some, I think back in season 4, they might have added them a little bit later on. But there are some new events there that we have had for 3 seasons now, or 2 seasons. So it would be good if we could change things up a little bit with the events. Like I said, I do enjoy the events at the top, but that is just simply going through and looking back at some of those new quartz that we got in those older seasons. So it's very good to see that stuff. But if we could have new events every single time, that'd be very nice to see. Like if you could match it with the promo, I don't know how you can really do that with a look back promo, but it'd be very nice to see if we could have something like that. Mr. Fiction, of course, he's back uploading, said it's kind of cool. Not gonna lie, I agree, it is a very cool promo looking back at some of these cards. Someone also says that it's the so-so event and the past event was better than this. Now, the past event was that Christmas promo that did last a little bit too long in my opinion, but I can see why they think it might be a little bit better than that, because if you think about it, that was a structure that we are very familiar with. We know you can get a Grandmaster at no money spent, so that familiarity might have swayed that decision a little bit. But in my opinion, I think this one's slightly better in the other one, just because it is a little bit different. Yes, we've had this promo format before, but we've had it a little bit less than the other one, and it is a lot more fun to go through and see some of these old cards. But I did also think about this, say you haven't played in season 3, 4 and 5, you had no idea this game existed back then, and then you come over here and you're looking at this promo, you wouldn't have the same nostalgia, the same feelings going back and looking at some of these older players, the older courts, all of that stuff. You wouldn't have that sort of feeling looking back at them, whereas if you have been playing through season 4, 5 and 6 and you have looked back at these past promos and you're looking at it now, you will have that nostalgia and looking back at these old promo players, and hopefully you'll enjoy it looking back at them. Some people might not, but I think the majority of people will be enjoying looking back at these old players and playing with them as a new updated version in the game, as it were. So I think that is swayed both ways depending on whether you've actually played in season 3, 4, 5 or whether you haven't at all. But that is all that I got on my community tab and all of my thoughts pretty much. Again, I think it's a very, very good promo. I think it's probably one of the best promos, if not the best promo that we've had all season. I can't really think of what would top it, maybe the Christmas promo, but if, in my opinion, that just lasted a little bit too long. Yes, the Grandmaster was very fun to play with, trying to get him, because LeBron James, the card was just absolutely nuts. If you want to know exactly how you can get these masters and no money spent and completely free, go check out this video in the bottom left hand corner, and I'll see you guys in that one. Peace.